Welcome back. It's time now to talk about sailing in Pakistan, and to do that, we'll be speaking to the Secretary of the Pakistan Sailing Federation. But before we do that, our PTV World production team has prepared a package on the history of sailing in Pakistan and the National Sailing Competition 2020. Let's listen in.
Sailing is being conducted in this part of the world since 1932. During this era, first yacht club known as Royal Karachi Yacht Club was established at Bunker Island, Manora, which was solely managed and operated by British and expatriates till 1947. After independence, this sport has been mainly kept alive by three services. During initial period, sailing was only limited to inter-clubs and inter-services level events. In 1969, Pakistan Yachting Association (PYA) was formed by Rear Admiral M.A.K. Lodhi and Rowdy Helms of the Karachi Yacht Club. In 1978, when Behram Awari and Captain Munir Sadiq won the first gold medal in the Asian Games, PYA was formally recognized by Pakistan Sports Board and Pakistan Olympic Association. Pakistan Navy won the National Sailing Race Championship 2020 organized by Pakistan Navy Aquatic Club at Karachi. Competition races were conducted at open sea near Clifton Beach in the J80 class boats. During the National Sailing Race Championship 2020, 3 rounds of 15 different races were conducted among 6 participant teams, including Army, Navy, and PAF were shortlisted, in which Pakistan Navy won the championship. Pakistan Navy team comprised of Najibullah Khan, Raja Qasim Abbas, Khalid Hussain, Rahmanullah, and Tariq Ali, who won the gold medal by showing outstanding performance during the event, whereas Pak Army team headed by Muhammad Ayub secured second position, and subsequently PAF team led by Muhammad Sajjad Abbasi stood at third position. Sailing is being
And to talk about sailing in further detail, we've been joined by the Secretary of the Pakistan Sailing Federation, Muhammad Akram Tariq. Tariq Saab, Assalamu Alaikum. Muhammad Akram Tariq, Assalamu Alaikum.
Walaikum Assalam, Kumar Akram this side, sir.
Tariq Saab, sailing in Pakistan, one of the few good things, I guess, the British left us before they left. Sailing, let's be honest, is not something that we talk about often, but there are a number of sailing enthusiasts in Pakistan and some top quality sailors. Can you tell us more?
Sailing, as you know, if we talk from the top level, it is being contested at all the top class events. That includes the Olympics, the Asian Games, Asian Championships, and you would be surprised to know that sailing has got 10 medals at the Olympics, and likewise it has 10 gold medals at the Asian Games level. But unfortunately, this is a sea game and not accessible for the spectators. So mostly all the competitions are held at open sea, which are not visible to the spectators. And this is the reason that this sport goes neglected at all forums. And unfortunately, it also includes our media. We have occasional coverage by some of the channels, but I think we need to do much more than presently we are doing. And if we see at the world level, the World Sailing Federation has got its own TV channel which is exclusively for the sailing purpose, and it is being promoted at all levels.
Right, so let's delve into this further. You said more needs to be done. Viewership and interest needs to be increased. So I'm sure you've looked at blueprints from around the world, how they try to encourage sailing and develop sailing. So, in your opinion, what more can be done, and what can the government and the private sector do to help? I'm sure the private sector has an integral role to play in the development of sailing.
Definitely, you're very rightly pointed out. Like all these sports, as you know, it has to be started from the childhood, and likewise, sailing is one of the sports which has different categories of sailing competition. And it starts right from the age of 6 or 7 years, which is an optimist class, and it has got the world championship. It is sailed at the Asian level, and it has a worldwide network. So, in Pakistan, because mostly, sea is at Karachi, which is accessible to the public. And unfortunately, in the mainland, we have very few sailing clubs like Islamabad, and then we have a sailing club at Mangla Dam, and then I'm grateful to the KP Olympic Association. They have shown their interest, and very soon we are trying to establish a sailing club in KPK also for the children. So once we establish the sailing clubs inland also, that will give uh, more exposure to the more children. And once we start from the childhood, and definitely we are going to get more nursery of the competitors. And if we start, let's say, from the age of 6 to 7 years, the children will definitely learn more, because at this time, unfortunately, people who join mostly are from the defense forces, and they have performed well so far. We have number of achievements, as you have already mentioned, at the world level competitions, Asian Games level,
Right.
and I would uh, definitely mention here that there is a pride of performance, former Chief of the Naval Staff, Admiral Muhammad Zakaullah, Captain retired Munir Sadiq, then Mr. Behram Avari, and then
Absolutely.
Boshpe Avari, then Commander retired Zahid Rauf is one, Mr. Shahryar Arshad, he was awarded with Star Imtiaz, then there are few other officers, Commander
Right.
Mamoon Sadiq, Commander Muhammad Ashraf Javed, who were awarded
Unfortunately,
Tamil
so
Imtiaz.
we have to leave it at that as we're running out of time. Secretary PSF, thank you very much for speaking to us. It was a pleasure. Right, as it's International Mountain Day, when we come back, we'll discuss mountains. Stay tuned.